All right, people, it's brew day here. Dood Brewing. Got my RO water in the kettles. Got my homies on Zoom. You got Big Dog Dave over here. You can't see him. It's right around the corner. We got Josh chilling in his homebrew shop, helping customers and stuff, hanging out on the brew day. Today, we will be brewing a Saison. I'm doing my blackberry Saison, but instead of blackberry, I'm going to try raspberry. Okay? That's what we're doing today. I'm getting ready to do the water salts, get that all hooked up, and we'll check back in with some more exciting stuff. All right, we have all the salts added. We're going with the Saison water profile from Brewfather. Yeah, so we're going to head downstairs, get the grains together. So stay tuned for that. Okay, we're down in the never before seen depths, except for the other time you saw it, of Dood Brewing. About to get the grain together. As you can see over here, the stir plate is finished. Had it on for about 26 hours or so. So we'll let that settle out. Maybe decant a little off the top. And then probably fire it back up. Maybe when I'm chilling, just to get the yeast stirred up a little bit. And then we'll pitch. We've got White Labs something. I don't remember the number. It's the Belgian one. I'll put the number up here of what it is, but I forgot because yeah, I forgot. So I think I'm going to time lapse this exciting getting of the grains, weighing of the grainage, and then we'll be back up in the brewery to mash in. All right, so you saw that exciting time lapse of milling in, mashing in, grain weighing in. Now we've got full recirc going on the Saison. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but we also have full rock polisher going. It's my daughter's rock polishing project, so hopefully the mic isn't picking that up. But yeah, we're mashed in. Everything's going good so far. Got a late start, but whatever. We're brewing. See you at the next stage. Let's try out a new angle for this fly sparge. This is what you would see if you were my garage door. This is the view you'd get right here. All right, let's try this one out. Position you down here. I don't really do a Vorloff because I've been recirculating the whole time. But after 60 minutes of recirculating, I turn the pump off, which the mash bed is set. I'll take like a ladle's worth off, but I let it sit while I heat my sparge water up to 171. And I find that just gives it a little time for all the sugars to settle. Make sure my boil kettle valve is off, which it is. Grab a little ladle full of the first draw, because I'm sure there's sometimes there's some bits. So we'll just catch that first ladle. And then we'll go ahead and grab a pH sample. Look at the color on that. Oh, smells deliciously malty. Sorry for that racket. I'll try and remember to take that out later. I'm going to set my stopwatch because I want this sparge to take about 60 minutes. If you're in a hurry, you could probably do it a lot faster than that, but I'm not in a hurry. I like to just chill, hang out, brew, take my time, get my flow right, nice and slow. Now we'll go ahead and fire up the hot liquor tank, get the sparge water auto sparging on top. Once I get about an inch of sparge water on top, I'll slow that pump down and kind of try to match the speeds. You don't really have to do that when you have the auto sparge, but I like to do it old school and kind of use the auto sparge as more of like a safety valve for overflowage. Because sometimes I've found when I've tried to set it, when it gets to the top of the valve, it'll start bouncing, which is weird. Which might just be because how I have it set up or whatever, but it works fine as a safety valve. And that's all I need it for. So we'll slow that down. And I'm going to switch you guys over to time lapse for this hour long fly sparge. As you can see by that exciting time lapse you just watched, we've reached a nice rolling boil and avoided a boil over so far. So I gotta weigh out some hops. Still got a clean mash tun. Get the fermenter ready. So I will try to keep you guys updated on the brew day. Up next, hop drop. 1 ounce of Amarillo. Stay tuned. All right, folks, we're running late on the hop drop. and warming up the chiller to go in now. One ounce of Amarillo going in now. Another ounce going in later at 10 minutes. Oh, it smells good. We'll just go ahead and weigh out our second ounce now while I got the package open. All right. As you can see, it's warming up a little bit here in Michigan. Got the door open, can't see my breath. So that's kind of cool. Of course, it could snow tomorrow. All right, let's get this chiller in here. Kills the boil a little bit. Easy for me to say. Kills the boil a little bit. But we'll crank her up to 100% and try not to forget that we did that. Get that boil going again before you know it. Right now, just routing my discharge for my chiller. All right, we're back to a boil. So that was about 2 minutes that it wasn't boiling. No big deal. We'll check back in for the next step. All right, time for the tilt. We're going red. The red tilt. Going in. Next up, oxygenate. Oxygenate. I got there. Then pitch the yeast. Actually, first, we're going to connect the red tilt to the Grainfather app. Sometimes it takes like up to 15 minutes for it to sync up with it. So we'll do that right now. And then I like for the tilt to get a reading log before I pitch the yeast. That's just how I do it. So I have a good starting point. Yeah, that's just how I do it. We'll be back with the next step. All right, oxygenation cam. If you'll remember, I didn't get this footage last time because I thought I hit record and I was just taking a picture. So we are recording. Go ahead and pop the old blow off / airlock on there so you can see the old oxygenation bubblage. So I go 2 minutes at 1. So let's get 2 minutes on the clock. Two minutes at 1. Whatever the 1 stands for. This isn't a regulator. This is a flow later, whatever the real name is. Maybe I'll try and put it on the screen. But it's giving a measured flow of oxygen in there. And we've got some bubblage. So we know that we're oxygenating. Yeah, that's what that looks like. You don't really need to watch the 2 minutes of this. So on to pitching. Okay, so I know I just declared on to pitching, but I forgot. We're going to decant first. You can see, well, in a previous video, I said I was going to fire the stir plate back up. Didn't do that because I forgot. But it works out because it just gave it more time to settle. I don't know if you can really, if it's coming through on the camera, but there's definitely a nice layer, probably about, it's hard to tell with the angle of the flask. I'm guessing probably at least 3 or 4 millimeters thick. And then there's like a hazy layer above that. But then there's about half of it that's just spent wort. So I'm going to decant that off the top. Maybe get down to about 1,000 milliliters, shake it up, and then pitch. All right, so I got my Thief here, also known as a stainless steel turkey baster. Got it all sanitized up. Let's thief out some starter wort. Trying not to disturb the yeast down there. Let's throw this in fast forward so you guys don't have to sit through this crap. That's about 1,000 milliliters left in there. Look at that yeasty goodness. Ooh. Smells Belgian-y. Weird. With a hint of Saison-y. How about those descriptors? Let's move you in for the pitch. Here we go. Ooh, not here we go. Need to grab my rare earth magnet. Catch my stir bar. Put the stir bar up there out of the way. Pitch. Go to work, little homies. And there you have it. Pitched. All right, folks. That's a wrap on another successful / great brew day. Thanks to Big Dog and Josh for stopping by on Zoom, being at the Zoom day, on in the beginning of the brew day. That's pretty cool. Dave had a good brew day too, I think. Got his Irish stout in the fermenter. Oh, I'm telling you this. Go watch Dave's channel. But yeah, good brew day. Hit my numbers. I'll keep you posted on the Saison. Hit me up in the comments if you want to know anything about the recipe or like, you know, what those numbers are and stuff. But yeah, it was a blast. If you liked it, show me that you liked it by smashing the like button and hitting subscribe if you haven't already done so. I appreciate it. So, yeah. Okay. So, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.